Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to Factorio. This is the third episode of my fourth season and it is time to get cracking on research. Now I had a plan in mind, and that is to use this little bit of dead space to set up some red science production. And this seems like a really small space and like things are going to get kind of mushed together, and that is something I want to prevent. It's not something I want to do, but we are not going to need tons of room for red science production, I don't think. And oh, first contact. Holy shit. Alright, things are about to get real. Some objects were damaged. I can see them right here, of course. But we have our first contact coming from the south. That is good to know. I haven't seen anyone yet. Oh, we have a nice stone patch down here. 1.8 million iron ore so far. There's going to be more, but we haven't found everything yet. Alright, maybe before we get started on science, we should probably get firearm magazines automated, I guess, because those are going to be quite important. Now let's see, where would I want to do that? Because we are going to have a large perimeter. We're going to have a huge space for this stuff. And we're going to use this belt right here, I think, because, well, it's the only one we have available right now. Yeah, it's a good question, isn't it? Where are we going to make our ammo? Because I'd like for it to be somewhere at the edge, because that way we will have availability for train or like belts to go all the way around, and I think that would be good. So maybe what we should do here is get about half of what we are making here. We're not going to take all of it. I just want to have half of this. I'm going to redirect it up here, where I really didn't plan anything yet. We're going to make ammo production right here, I think. That should be good, because we're going to need turrets. We are going to have a steady income of ammo as well, and I don't want to be crafting all of that stuff by hand, because that is going to take forever. Right, so we're going to go up here. We're not going to make these because that would be bad. Alright, so I guess what we can do here is we can just go straight up past the coal, grab these for ourselves, and we're going to make some assembly machines. Let's say about 4. We're not going to need a tremendous amount quite yet, but we do need a little bit. So we're going to craft 4 boxes. We're going to grab some power lines, of course, and we should connect them up as well. We're going to need about 8 inserters. Let's see, these are going to be making ammo for us. Later on we're going to have to make more of this and make it into red ammo, but for now this will have to do. Right, we have our boxes. And I want to limit these to about, let's say, 3 slots per box, because I don't want to use up what little ammo I have available, or what little iron ore I have available to me right now. So we're going to be crafting this like so, and we're going to be making a few turrets, a turret or 2 I guess, or 3 even. We're going to come back for ammo in just a bit. Now we had contacts over here, so I'm going to be placing a few turrets along the way. But first what we can do is I want to make that manufactory for red science, and we're going to use our simple blueprint that we had used before. This assembly line right here will be fine. We can have it in the center like this. I think that will be a good placement. Now I do want to have this stuff divided up, because I want to have copper plates and I want to have iron gear wheels divided over these 2 belts. So we're going to use a similar setup to what I've done before with coal and iron ore, and coal and copper ore, I guess. We're going to recreate this little setup that we have right there. We're also going to need 2 underground belts, like so. And this is not going to work out. Not quite, at least. Wait a second, where did my other... That's interesting, it didn't get destroyed, so I don't know where it went. Huh. Interesting. It also means that we can get rid of these blueprints, I guess. So we're going to have to get up a little bit higher. I'm not sure how we delete the blueprint at this point. There is a button for it, I am sure. I don't have access to it right now. But this will do quite nicely. Alright, so that way these belts will be divided up evenly among both sides. Just hold the right mouse button with the item in hand. I thought that was it, but for some reason the first time around it didn't seem to be working. Alright, so we're going to be setting this up. I'll be right back. Alright, so I set this all up. Now we just need to connect up the materials we need, which is going to be this stuff right here. We're going to require some underground belts. I'm not entirely sure how much yet, but we will need a few, because we need to go under here, under there, and then we need to go up here. So this is at least 3 already. We're probably going to need a few more before it's all done. Let's see, let's go up right there. I'm going to go over here, I guess. We can go underneath the radar, come out the other side, go underneath here, come out right about there. I will turn the corner like so. Alright, so now we need a few belts, underground belts, like so. Right, that is the first part hooked up. Now we need to get some copper ore from down here, or from up there, in fact. Right, so I'm thinking we are going to split off this first line. Maybe just use a splitter even, because I'm not sure how much we're going to need. And we might as well do it like that. I think it will be fine. So we're going to put a splitter right there. We're going to have one side going up and around. We're going to go underneath. We're going to end up over here. Actually, that's not going to work out the way I thought it would. Well, we can go through here, but oh man, I really don't want to do this kind of stuff already. But later on we can use landfill, right? Once we have landfill, we can make this better. Oh crap! Second contact, same area, and we still only have the pistol because shit, we still need to get started on the research. Leave my beautiful base alone, you bastards. Okay, there we go. They destroyed a few bits and pieces here and there, not a whole lot, thankfully. But we lost a splitter, which is going to have to be replaced. We also need to repair all the damage done so far. And we miss another belt right there. Noticeable by the gap. Alright. Put down this thing again. This would be a good time to place some gun turrets, I suppose. We'll place one right there. Another one within its radius, which is the green circle. We'll place another one right there. And we're going to go for ammo in just a second. What were we doing? Right. We were making sure copper ore got to where it needed to be. So we're going to go underneath here. We need to go underneath here as well. There we go. Later on we can clean this up. And we're also going to have to grab a little bit more transport belts. That's the word I'm looking for. Alright, this is going to be left open. I guess we need to leave 2 spaces here so that we can use the underground belts there. This is going to be just enough. Okay, so this should start making science potions right away. We'll have a few lined up, and I will show you where I want to build my laboratories. I built 2 more. I have all the labs in my inventory right now. 1200 transport belts. That works out nicely. Quite nicely. Alright. Oh, and we should not forget about the ammo, because we're going to need it for ourselves as well. So 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay. We will keep 100 for ourselves, I guess, and we will put everything else in the gun turrets, so that they can manage themselves for a little while. Or actually, we can just put 30 in this one. We'll put 100 in that one, 100 in that one, I guess, and we keep 200 for ourselves. Or actually, maybe, you know what, let's grab 100. I'm not going to need that much. This one will have 130. Now, we get at the point where we don't have enough power anymore. So we need to get more boilers. And I'm already getting sidetracked. We wanted to have this area as my research area. So, what we are going to do is I'm going to have, let's see, I need 2 belts on the outside. We're going to place them right there. Or maybe one up even, along the edge of the copper ore. We'll go down by 1 space. Place these guys right there. We're going to have 2 belts along the middle. And that is off center. Like so. Alright, and we're going to have red science onto this transport belt. Onto one side of it, in fact. Alright, this should do for now. Let's turn this off to the side. We'll follow the edge of the copper, go along the side of the mining drill, and we're going to have it on this side. Now we're going to need some long-handed inserters, about 4 for now. We'll need to get some regular inserters, and now we need more iron plates, which we don't have anymore. Luckily though, these things are going to be filled with them as well. How many were we making? We need about 4, I think, yeah. And of course we are going to need power. Let's first solve our power problem. We'll make a few more inserters, I guess, while that is happening. And I guess we can even go for 2 boilers, 4 steam engines, and basically double the stuff that we're doing. We need, of course, some burner inserters. We need some pipes. Let's see. Boiler number 1. Like so. Boiler number 2 right there. Gotta get rid of that one. Alright. Need to hook this up. Get that boiler right there. There we go. Power doubled. Except we still need these pipes before they start working. Alright. Let us put down some lights. This one is off center. Not acceptable. And we're going to put some lights down there as well. I like having lights. I hate being in the dark, so this is how it's going to be. Alright, we can basically keep expanding this, but for now this will be enough power for what we need. We can have about 40 in this area before this water pump doesn't provide us with enough anymore. Alright, look at this stuff. Excellent. Alright, so we need long-handed inserters on this side, I guess. Well, we didn't really need them there quite yet, because we're going to grab only off the closest belt, but it will be set up for the future this way. Alright. Damn it, really? Out of electrical poles already? Alright, we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And now, of course, we need to hook it up. Science away. This will do quite nicely. This area like I said, was going to be dead space. It was not going to be used for anything useful. We might even, you know, once all of this copper ore is gone, we can basically make another assembling area like this. Should we need to. We might actually already kind of plan that out. And this is not quite... Yeah, this could work. I just need to reroute this area a little bit. We need to go off to the side by 1. Alright, gotta get rid of all of the science packs. Military 2 is finished, which means that we can now make a submachine gun for ourselves. Right, so let's keep some space so that we can make some stuff happen with the belts, I guess. Need to leave a little bit of room so we can make some kind of spaghetti solution should we need to. And this is, oh, this works out quite nicely on this side as well. I like it. Right, later on we will have green signs coming onto this belt from that side. That will be fine. That works out really well, in fact. Alright, so what else are we going to do? We are going to research stone walls, so that is going to be done really quick. And at this point we should probably move the gun turrets down a little bit. So otherwise this stuff is still going to get damaged. Alright, so this one can go up a little bit so we can protect this area. That one will move down there. This one will move up just a little bit. Right, this will work. I'm not going to do the 130 thing again. Let's do bullet damage. That's going to take a little bit longer, but with 4 of these things working all at the same time, it's going to be fine, I think. Alright, so what else do we need? We have bullets, we have science, and oh my shit, I have so many science packs in my inventory that I really don't need. Yeah. What else are we going to need? We're going to have to go for green science. For that we need transport belts. We are going to need inserters. Inserters are made by using iron plates, iron gear wheels, and electronic circuits. So, oh, am I glad we did this already. That we research walls. Yes, we did, but we are not making bricks yet, so maybe that is something that we should get onto as well. Let's go ahead and set up that first, I guess. Because we are going to need walls. I'm not going to craft all of these by hand, and at any rate we need to make sure that we are smelting the stone into brick. Alright, and I guess we can use this little area for that. Because we're going to use the same kind of design that we did before. And I guess, actually, we're going to put it like this. And then up just a little bit. Like so. And we could have a second smeltery alongside of it. And that is going to be all for stone. So we could mark this, actually. This is going to be stone bricks, right? Similarly, we're going to mark this as a red science. We're going to mark this with a simple name, research, and then everything is clear again. Cool. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to fill in this entire side, and we can do that easily. Actually, we should use up the 10 that we've got down there. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And I'm basically going to build this up, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I set up one side with inserters. We are going to do the other side later, because I don't want to craft all of that stuff by hand. Let's see, we're going to hook up this side with stone. That is not being used by this right now. And we're going to have to craft some electric mining drills that go up. Specifically for this smelting area out there, I guess. Let's get some iron. We might as well have gotten those from chests or from the smelters. Actually, we will right now. Let's see. apparently these are empty. Yeah, because it's being used up quite steadily now, I guess. Alright. So we have inserters, or mining drills. Let's put down 2 over on this side. We're going to get the other one on the other side. We are not going to use this anymore. And actually we should probably... I was wondering, like, why does it take so long for me to pick up anything? But it is of course because my axes were depleted. That makes so much sense right now. We're going to wait for that last mining drill to be finished, I guess. But after that, well, we have our mining drills back. Okay. So, I think 4 will do it for this smelting area for now. It should be just fine. Let's put 1 in the center there, 1 on the other side. And we'll run this on. Oh man, that works out perfectly too. Oh, that's funny. Alright, electronics are finished. I also finished researching bullet damage, of course. We're not quite ready for steel processing yet, so we're going to go for bullet shooting speed. Alright, so we have about 8 of these guys making coal for us. We're going to be starting the smelting process on this stuff pretty soon. And we should probably get started on walls. Right? That makes sense. We're not making this stuff for nothing, of course, and we want to be doing it the right way. Let's also do it with one of these little automated designs. And we can grab the oil later on, that's not going to be a problem. We can just kind of put this down here, I think. Leave some room for the pumping jacks, leave some room for transport belts, but this will be fine. We can just kind of run it over. Like so. And we're going to need another underground, or another splitter afterwards. This is going to be good. Alright, and let's see, what else do we need? We have the splitter. We have poles. Oh yeah, we should craft some machines, of course. We don't have enough. We need 10. And I'll set this up and I'll be right back. Alright, so I set up wall production. I limited these boxes both to 3 slots each, just as before with some of these others, because I want to have some of these bricks saved up to make roads and stuff like that. Let's see, we will make a wall icon right there. Alright, I think we've been pretty productive so far. Did quite a lot. We set up research, we made space for more research once we need it, which we don't really need right now, but at some point we will. We have set up some basic ammo production. We made sure that we were getting walls and stone bricks, made room for all of that. We don't have any more stone nearby, I don't think. Oh, we have some more iron up to the northwest. Cool. And this is 2.1 million. Excellent. Alright, so we have some enemy bases over in these directions, and at some point the pollution is going to reach them. And this is weird, because I can see the edge of my pollution cloud here. Except, well, there's no enemy bases here. So I'm not sure which base got triggered and where that attack actually came from. They must be on some kind of flanking move, man. That's weird. Alright, let's grab what little walls we have. Oh, 134 already. That's actually quite good. Right. And I'm going to leave this as it is right now, because I am only going to need this one. And we don't even have enough stone production for this right now. Right, steel processing is something we can do. And that leads to a whole range of other stuff that we can research. So we're going to go straight for that. And then, of course, we are going to need to make a science pack 2. With transport belts and inserters. Now, transport belts are easy to make, we just need iron gear wheels and iron for it. And again, the question will be where exactly we're going to be making that stuff. But I think we're going to put a cut in here for now. If you have any ideas of where I should put it, please let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys for whatever video I do next.